Whereas we are finding that the interlocutors are deciding whether Pakistan should be on, whether there should be a permanent solution. So the decisions that are being, or the opinions that are being voiced are very clearly out of the domain of a domestic interlocutor. Clearly out of the domain of a domestic interlocutor. To add to this, today the other member of the interlocutors who have gone, Ms. Radha Kumar, has gone to the extent of suggesting that she would suggest, and I would probably even quote, the quotation is given there to you all in the press release, that she would go to the extent of, when I say go to the extent, I am not quoting her, I will quote the words, exact line. She said that she would suggest amending the constitution in order that the spirit of Azadi, something to that effect, you can see the press release to get the quotation, spirit of Azadi is brought into the Constitution of India. We would like to remind that the Constitution is not a charter where you can bring in such kind of Azadi related matters and make it a statement or a tool for bringing in Azadi related matters. Constitution of India can never be allowed to become a charter for incorporating the sentiment of Azadi. It appears that the interlocutors are providing and self-determining the terms of reference for themselves and also enlarging it by the day. We would like the Home Minister to please, we've asked the PMO to give us a very clear answer whether there was a brief given at all to them, and if it has been given, all the statements that are being made by the interlocutors, are they within the brief or are they out of it? Probably the Home Minister reads quieter interlocutors than quiet dialogue. So that's about the first one. It was a bit longer, but we thought we'll put it in context. The second one, the second topic that we're taking up today is on the speeches being made by Syed Ali Shah Jilani and Ms. Arundhati Roy. We are straight making a reference to the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act, particularly the section which relates to it, section 13. And section 13 of the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act very clearly tells us that, just for your benefit, I will read one of the lines. In relation to the unlawful activity to an individual or association means that any action taken by such individual or association, whether by committing an act or by words, either spoken or written, or by sign or by visible representation or otherwise. Whole lot of things that's also being given to you all today. In other words, any person who supports any claim for secession of a particular part of the country is definitely bound to be taken action under this act, the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act. And therefore we demand that if there is a notice brought under this section to any police station, act, they should refer to this, look into detail whether it comes under the purview of this act, and initiate the process of investigation. We strongly feel that even going by the details of the law, details of this particular act, which I am going into detail through the press note that is being given to you, it is only when a clearance has to be given for prosecution. Can the Home Ministry or the Union Minister himself can come into the picture? They cannot be, we don't see a role, in other words, we don't see a role for the Union Government or for that matter the Union Home Ministry to stop inquiring into the acts or committing of an offence under this act. So if there was a commission of secession supportive activities, the concerned police officer, the investigating officer, should necessarily start the process of prosecution. It is only at the stage of giving a sanction does the concerned ministry come, and that if it is in Delhi. If it's elsewhere, the state governments will have to give the permission, and permission only at the stage of clearing the sanction. But they cannot stop the police from inquiring into what has happened. They should look at the contents of the videographed proceedings and decide for themselves whether it is worth taking action under these Unlawful Activities Prevention Act. The government cannot stop this process. So we would like to say that the Home Ministry or the Government of India has no authority to direct the Delhi police not to investigate into this matter at all if it is under the purview of the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act. So that's about the second. The third one relates to just coming in story on how in the implementation of the 20-point program, the top 4 states are NDA ruled states. First is Gujarat, second is Jharkhand, second is Chhattisgarh, third is Karnataka. Sorry. First is Gujarat, second is Karnataka, third is Jharkhand, and fourth is Punjab. More important for me to highlight in this press meet is the 10th in the ranking is Andhra Pradesh, and that's where the Congress comes into the picture. 20-point program, the first point of which is Garibi Hatao. Congress party पता नहीं किसके गरीबी हटा रहे हैं, उनके अपने गरीबी तो definitely हटा दिया during the Commonwealth Games. मगर आम जनता की गरीबी हटाने वाले सरकार पूरे के पूरे बीजेपी और एनडीए शासन वाले. We are glad to share this information with you. Thank you.